Penguins are leaping into action. We also have Centurion, Elvennotes, and even the Rocket Pile, and so much more. Make sure you guys smash the ever-living crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more content. So the first list we're going to be looking at here is going to be basically the new Penguin interacting with Ghoti, and this did do very, very well out of its event, which is kind of crazy to think about, because who's going to go look at playing penguins or a penguin monster out here to get a reveal in an extra deck to get a body special summon? Oh wait, literally anybody. Now you do see that we are playing the penguin card in here for the spells, just to be able to get access to that, because it's a free special. It is the ability to bring out another piece. I think that is such an important thing to be looking at in a deck like this. Also, you do get access to the Dominus Impulses, which does kind of change things. I mean, this deck performed, I think it was 3 out of its Yu-Gi-Oh! Day, which is insane to think about, you know. Congratulations to actually managing to pull it off. And then we also have this challenger. Now, this one is using the, what should be a very small K-Knight package, which is fine because you do have the big old penguin in here that you're able to bring on out. And guess what? This deck is able to actually, you know, perform and work with it. Who would have thought that penguins would be a real deck in 2025? Not me, actually, but I think that this does kind of show to the world, hey, penguins are viable, people. There is something to be said if you want to try this. Please do look at penguins and show them some love. The deck needs it. Outside of that, I mean, K9 cards are going to be mandatory. You're going to have to consider that. The rank up spell card in here is definitely tech choice. I think you could do without that if you were looking to kind of adjust this deck to our side of the game. Oh, Centurion Elvennotes. Well, first of all, we've got the Diabellstar package in here too, so you're just going to be doing a lot of wicked things with this X-Deck. This Crimson Dragon looks like it is going to trying to go 10,000 miles. If I can make, what is it, double Crimson Dragon, and be able to make double Cosmic, there's not a lot of things that are going to be able to deal with that, but that's exactly what Centurion's going to do, you know, especially with the Primaras in here, or yeah, the big component. You're just going to be able to sit up and go. You are putting more of an emphasis on the Elvennote stuff down here in the X deck, which I think is really, really cool. Also, this runs out at 60 cards. It might feel like a lot of different components and pieces kind of moving through here, but I don't really think that that's the case. I don't think you're bulking this down necessarily in a bad direction. I think this is the right amount of stuff that you want to see. And then, of course, we have rockets. Well, actually, it's kind of cool because there are Red Eyes cards within this list. So basically, most of you are very familiar with the Red Eyes that sends the Red Eyes from the deck in order to special summon itself. It just acts as another big piece for you to be able to kind of use to do your thing. Now, obviously, Japan does have access to the Savage Dragon, which can be a little bit of a game changer in the way that this deck can build. Now, the TCG doesn't necessarily get access to that, but we're still able to kind of pivot through the combo lines, still set up the 2 big Boral monster boss monsters, and 99% of the time, I mean, that's all you need to do. As long as you've got, you know, the best of the strongest boss monsters set up, you'll be fine. It's just, unfortunately, the OCG version of this deck can technically go a wee little bit further than what the TCG version is kind of packing. Oh, wow, we have some Art Mage for you. It's actually kind of cool to see an actual pure version of this taking off. Now, Art Mage did get a new fusion monster. Basically, you're able to convert, what is it, the level 7 into it, and it gets you quicker access to a lot of the key components that you're necessarily looking for to play this deck. And honestly, Archmage needed as much help as they could get, and I'm really cool and happy to see that. In terms of, you know, gimmicks in this deck, I mean, you're maximizing on the Power Patron and the Medius. I really do not think you have to. I feel like you would possibly be able to use more hand traps to a better degree, but the OCG, I guess, likes to stay a little bit more pure to their themes and try to see what's going to, have the best results. So all these lists are from their Yu-Gi-Oh! Day event over the weekend. So, all of these have had some sort of decent wins and performed. Ooh, we have, well, branded. This is a pile of cards. My God, man. So we do get to see 2 of the new Albaz, 1 old, but we're also playing the war-torn Albaz, which I guess is kind of cool. We're going with the 2 copies of the Fallen and the Virtuous in the deck, which is fine. 2 Branded High Spirits, one Imperm, and a Cross. Did we just pick up a couple structure decks and say, screw it, this is what we're going to play? I do see the Albion and the Lulu Walleth in here. We're also going with 2 of the Dogmatica Devouring Dragon. But I guess, like, if I need to make this, it is a call-up option that I can access, I guess. So, I guess, interesting. Looking at this, though, it does feel a little bit strange for a pile, but hey man, if you're able to, do well at a Yu-Gi-Oh! Day with, the shortcomings of these lists, then I guess it does work out. Oh, we have more branded for you. Now this build coming in at 53 cards, and I'm glad to see somebody remembers that if you have access to the gimmick puppet lock, you best be one to play that, because it makes absolutely no sense not to. Because, Expulsion's a hell of a card. I do see that we are playing the Devouring Dogma Dragon. We are going 2-1 yet again on the Albaz's, which is once again become the best route. I mean, considering the fact that he's always treated as Albaz, kind of hurts the argument of you ever being able to play more than that. Thank you, Game Rules. We also are going with triple Saronir in here. Okay, that's interesting. And of course, the triple copies of Yield, the Fallen, and the Virtuous. Kind of love that card. The fact that it does so much. Also, we are playing one of the Incredible Ecclesia in here. You do kind of need it as the tuner monster just to be able to get things going. But you run into this deck is a pain in the butt to play against. Ooh, Sky Strikers. Well, first of all, happy to see Sky Strikers being a mention here. See, we're going with 2 Bell, 2 Ogre in the main deck. We are playing 1 copy of Rose. This build is choosing not to play Desires, which is fine. I mean, triple engage, all of the key components you're doing. And you're also choosing to actually play hand traps in this. You also got to remember the OCG does have access to the Link 1. And they also do have access to the Dumper Carmelia, which really are some very, very important cards to this deck. It just kind of sucks that I really wish we could have access to those, but those are the only 2 outstanding things from this extra deck that I think would even make a difference. We also do see Afterburners. Having Afterburners be a cleanup card makes this deck feel very, very, very strong. I love it, man. It is super strong. Ooh, we have Yummy with Mimigul? Huh? Well, first of all, I see we're also playing the Book of Tayo in here as a one-of. So, what is it? On an off chance we hand our opponent a monster, we can trigger it face up, I guess, if we do draw it, which does cause some, I guess, interesting interactions turn 1, because especially if you hand them the discard 1, draw 1, that just kind of opens up the door for some kind of stupid BS. And of course, if you do see the charm very early, that means that you could steal something incredibly valuable from your opponent, and then they're just going to be left in a situation where they're not going to really be able to recover from that. So that is a lot to think about. If I'm able to set up, it's going to be an extensive couple of cards. I guess I can also thrust into the Book of Tayo, depending on how much I've opened up, but that's going to require a lot of goddamn good draw power to line up those level of pieces. And our last list here is Dark Lord. Huh? Well, first of all, I like the fact that we have very, very good access to these bits and pieces. Seeing the Archlord Christia here. We do have 1 Herald of Orange Light in the main deck, which is fine, but you're also going with a 2/2 side swipe here on these, which is pretty nice. Also, a single copy of Allure of Darkness is kind of cool, and hello, Forbidden Droplet. Glad to see that, but I think all of this is looking pretty good. So what do you guys think about all these very, very cool decks? Please, leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. I'll see your beautiful faces back here in a day, guys. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.